in Vince McMahon was a good announcer. Would I put him ahead of the guys I mentioned? No. It's just Vince McMahon was very dry with his announcing. I mean, not bad. He was a great announcer, top 10 probably for me. But I didn't put him top 5 because look at the other people ahead of him.
Very true.
I mean, to me, there's a Mount Rushmore of announcers. All right, first one, Gordon Solie, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone. That's 3 of them right there. That, to me, when you go back to wrestling times and the great golden era of wrestling, 3 different decades, I guess. But these 3 guys really, if it wasn't for these guys, where would announcing be today? Vince McMahon, to me, was, with all he has paid tribute to wrestling, if you do a Mount Rushmore of wrestling, he's up there. I mean, he's one of the 4 guys of wrestling. I mean, he's probably, if it wasn't for him, wrestling wouldn't be where it's at today.
Now, I know I'm going to get heat for saying this.
Probably.
But I don't think Tony Schiavone was that good of an announcer.
You see, that's because you're not a WCW guy or a W8 guy. You wasn't, and that's the thing. People that were a WWE guy or WWF they didn't care for Tony Schiavone, really.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's a good announcer. I just don't, he's just, it's just like he's just a Michael Cole to me. He just cuts it down the middle.
He was a lot better than Michael Cole, in my opinion. I'm just saying, I think he was a lot better than Michael Cole, but that's what you think. That's fine.
And what about Bobby the Brain? I mean, did you say Bobby?
I did. I wanted to put Bobby the Brain up here. But the guys up here, man, it's just
I know
I didn't put him on the list. That's sad. I even talked about Eric Bischoff. I mean, Eric Bischoff was good when he was doing WCW announcing. But Bobby the Brain, man, I love Bobby the Brain is one of the best managers of all time.
Oh, yeah.
That I always consider when he was actually announcing, he's a manager anyway because half the time he's out there managing.
Now, did we count Mean Gene in this or no? He's not an announcer. He is in.
He's an interviewer.
An interviewer.
I didn't put Mean Gene up here. I guess you could put Mean Gene up here, but yeah, I'm talking about guys that sit down and call the matches.
Actual commentators.
Yeah, commentator. I want the play-by-play or the color commentary guy. That's the 2 I'm thinking about. Okay, thinking about. And Bob Cottle actually did a lot of interviews backstage, too. He really didn't do a lot of play-by-play as much. Some other ones we could have named, Lord Alfred Hayes. He announced with Vince for a while. Jonathan Coachman. Dude, I mean, he was interviewing with the King when Jim Ross stepped away.
Yeah.
Mike Tenay.
Mike Tenay.
Yeah, TNA now. Paul Heyman.
I liked Paul Heyman with, and I'm going back to when he was in WCW for his little run in WCW that he did with Jim Ross. They had him on announcing, not long. They had him on there for a little bit, and Jim Ross even states that they had really good chemistry together, and that's why I put him on my list because I believe Paul Heyman is one of those guys you can work with on anything. And, I mean, whether it be manager, he will work with you on anything. And that's why I put him on there, because I feel like the short time he did commentating, he was good at it.
No, he was, man. But to me, Gordon Solie, I just, when he started out wrestling, I mean, AWA and, he was from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I thought he deserved to be up there.
Yeah.
Anybody you take off, well, I mean, we talked about it pretty much, everybody. Mr. Perfect, I think our list is pretty spot on. I did put Bobby Brain Heenan up on our website list.
Okay.
So, What was the new countdown for this week?
The new countdown was top 10 infamous Continental Champions. So
next week on the show, we will do top 10. We will talk about WWE Countdown top 10 infamous
Intercontinental Champions.
Right, which I still don't like the infamous tag because everybody's counting this as the best. But what's infamous, you know? If you watch the countdown, which I already have.
I have to.
Steven's watched it too. Watch it, and it's not as. Are they doing the best top 10, or are they doing the people like top 10? It's just there were some flaws in it. We'll talk about it next week.
If they didn't do the best, then they got a lot of problems because a lot of those people on there were the best, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and we'll get into some Raw, and we'll talk about some wrestling rumors and NXT and maybe TNA. I don't know. We'll see. All right, you're listening to Wrestling with Attitude on Stitcher, Spreaker, and iTunes.
Yo, it's me. It's DDP. Self high five.
This is the inspirational savior of wrestling, The Summit. That was memorable. In Los Angeles,
Yes.
the stars of stars. Here comes the pain. That ain't what Sable said. Because you got to be a believer. That's the reason we call him the show off, not the spell off. It wasn't as good as Bo Dallas, Bo Stakeit, Bowmanship, Bo Hayton. Bo up. You can slap tornadoes. I can climb a mountain because I'll be at the top of the summit. You're listening to Wrestling with Attitude on Stitcher, on Spreaker, and on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at WWA Show. Like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Attitude, and go to our website at WrestlingWithAttitude.com. And just believe in Wrestling with Attitude. All right, welcome back to the show. What?
Whoa, someone's amped up over there.
Yeah, the show of the immortals. Of Wrestling Attitude.
Oh. Speaking of Immortals.
Is that a new video game?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I
thought it was
downloaded
like a
it
card
last night. It's actually an app on your phone. And I don't know if you ever owned the Injustice video game app. But it's by the same people, Ed Boon and NetherRealm Games and Warner Brothers got together with WWE, and it's basically like they made like the WWE stars like into like knights and like witches, and and have them fight. Basically, that's all it is. And some of the characters are stupid. Like Daniel Bryan has no character at all. It's just the yes movement. It's him doing this the whole time. It's him doing the yes thing.
Oh my God, I'm
It's
so sick of the yes movement.
It's so like it's a good game, but it's like it's not wrestling oriented in me.
Well, it's not supposed to be. Come on, do a Super Cena in a cape.
That is the funny part. I do like that. And then they got the King of Kings. But you can also have Triple H as the Authority too, where he's just wearing a suit.
Oh, he can do it two ways. That's awesome.
Same thing with Cena. You can have Cena as the Soldier or Cena as Superman, basically. And then The Rock is some kind of just stone. Makes no sense. So.
Well, that sounds about right. His hands are made of stone.
Who told you that?
CM Punk. He said he was boxing with God. He couldn't reach him.
I love how you're still making CM Punk, jokes.
Dude, he's the man.
You're still mad at him.
A little bit, but it's all right. I'm getting over it. This week they were in New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Was this the first time we've seen them in New Orleans since
Yes, in case you didn't know, it was the first time since WrestleMania 31 they were in New Orleans.
You mean WrestleMania 30? You said
whatever,
31.
30. Whatever. I try to forget the last one. Okay.
Is that what you say every year?
Yeah. The yes movement kind of makes me want to forget all that. This week, the Raw was from New Orleans. This week's show opens up with a recap video of Ziggler, Ryback, yada, getting fired. Cena comes out. Cena asks the crowd if they want Ziggler, Rowan, and Ryback to come back.
Yeah.
The crowd breaks out in a big yes chant. Great. Yes. Am I the only one, if I go to a wrestling event now, that is going to boo the yes chant?
No, there's like
Or
a few.
No. Actually, I did see a lot of people standing up later on.
Just take JP with you.
Oh,
Then you won't be the only one.
I'm going to have a sign say, boo yes chant.
Bring back the peep show. That's what your sign will say.
Dude.
Bring back the peeps.
Yeah, no, that ain't going to happen.
Yeah, it would.
Cena says he will take the title with him home after he wins this Sunday at the Rumble. Or next Sunday, excuse me. So I guess he's going to pull a CM Punk and just walk out.
See, that I don't get. They're doing these storylines again where they just keep doing the same thing over and over. Like, really, Cena doesn't have that kind of character where he can pull a CM Punk. CM Punk was that kind of guy who could be like, yeah, screw you guys, I'm taking my ball and going home.
Exactly.
But Cena, you can't do that if you're supposed to be this, big kid, like guy with the kids and everything. No. Go ahead and turn heel, Cena.
That ain't gonna happen. Next, the Authority comes out. Triple H gives Cena a chance to get their jobs back. Cena has to beat Rollins in a lumberjack match. What? Why are you shaking your head already?
Go ahead.
All right. Rollins comes out with J&J security. I see that Jamie Noble is getting ready for Paul Blart Mall Cop 3.
3?
Yeah.
There's a third one now?
Probably. There's definitely a second one coming out.
Oh, we've seen that.
The Big Show, during the match, I will say, they had the lumberjack match. It was all mostly heels that were out.
Oh, it was all heels.
Cesaro's a tweener. Well,
He's a heel. They're all
Wade Barrett's not a heel. Okay.
Really?
He's a tweener. He's from England. They can't be heels.
Said no one ever.
Well, on this show it works. What happens during the match? Big Show knocks out Cena when he comes out of the ring. He picks up Cena, throws him back into the ring. Rollins ends up pinning Cena, and that was the end of the match. What? Now shake your head. What do you want to shake your head about?
That's what, I just want to see these guys back because they got to be in the Royal Rumble. Like, I know we got one more week. I know that's what's going to happen. Someone's going to come out next week and make a big announcement. I get it, but...
Or save them until the Rumble. To me, what I see happening is I see Sting or Vince, somebody with some, I don't know what